where they're committed to you every step of the way. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's that time. Another week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with the help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that's approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of support, software development, web design, and more. Professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities in Lincoln.
John Henry's Plumbing.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and Air.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No, I ain't on the menu at all, man. Oh, man.
They underwater. They underwater having a conversation.
Yeah.
Men are not food.
Right.
What did they say on what was that movie?
Fish are friends.
Fish are friends. Men are friends, not food.
Nah, man. Them dudes.
Oh, man.
Like them people that go on them safaris, mess with them lions. Yeah, listen, man. You in their domain. They know They know the terrain.
They know the terrain.
Man, they be eating you up like kibbles and bits, man.
But what's crazy about these people going into the like thinking they can just go in with gorillas and with lions and they just jumping in their habitat when they be at the zoo.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what's going on?
And then they
on the Snoop Dogg or something, bro.
Yeah, they get mad. They get bum rushed, man. But as you hear, and that's Eastrick. I'm Jay Foreman, Austin on the 1 and 2s.
Hilarious.
Having us sound good and look good, keep us on time. This is Old School, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop. It is Thirsty Thursday. We are back in Lincoln. We appreciate everybody not only listening to us while we were up there at the Blur tailgates, but then supporting us as well because the numbers were off the chain and the text line was off the chain as well. So Look, for me, I loved it. I love the NFL draft. I love the NBA draft. Got Strick here, Hall of Famer. We got Kevin coming in. So it's only a short segment for about 8 minutes. Strick, being a former player, being totally removed from it, you know what I'm saying? What is your feeling on the state of the NBA right now, considering what we talked about in the crossover, but considering some of these guys coming in? Because here's what's so funny. This is what I really want to ask you, because I know scouting, I know you refs, and I know how you view an NBA game different than I view, because you're looking for things that I can't even comprehend. I always will ask my NBA friends and people, that have played this thing here. And I love Jay Billis and all the Woj and all those guys talking about the different prospects. They're talking about, Henderson, right? Supposed to maybe go number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes
Scoot.
Mm-hmm. He was dominant, and I know he's 17,
Mm-hmm.
and he's dominant in the G League, but he shot 30% from 3, and they were like, well, with better mechanics in practice, he could become a shooter. I believe that is somewhat true. But to go number 2,
mm-hmm.
and you can't shoot, all you can do is drive.
In the way of the land of the day of the NBA.
And you not. What did he say? What did he say?
Westbrook.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Good point. That's why I was just having to laugh.
You took the words
Top Gun moment right there.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because we've seen this before.
Yes, we know what this looks like.
For Charlotte or Portland,
they did it to Ja.
Yeah,
they did it to Ja early on.
But he actually could shoot better.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Right. They're going to disrespect you.
Right. But he went back and my whole thing is this: if I'm picking number 2,
facts,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have to make a safe pick. I don't think Scoot is a type of player to where you're like, we'll pick him. It's not like a ball, right? Where you're going to get the big baller brand and all that. You're going to get people in the stands just because. So, what is your feeling? What is your feeling on that? I feel like, man, that's the dumbest evaluation ever. Like, to play basketball in this day and age as a guard, because he's only 6'4".
Yeah, he's going to be.
He's not 6'7",
2,
6'8",
maybe
right?
point.
Right.
No, yeah.
And he's essentially kind of like, I'm talking to Charlotte, like Ball,
Mm-hmm.
right? If he's going to make 3 threes, he's going to probably shoot 9 or 10. That's not a 3-point shooter to me.
It's not a great percentage.
Why do teams continue to do this when you have an example here on multiple levels that the ceiling isn't very high, taking you to a championship, and it's like you're rinsing and repeating doing it? What is the thought behind it?
Well, that's crazy that you say that, because the thought process behind it has been the one that has existed just in different forms, going all the way back to George Mikan and freaking the beginning of time. Is you draft on potential. And that's the thing. And me and Austin were just kind of talking about that. Is I think this needs to be a shift away from drafting potential, because the formulas that are working is finding key components, key pieces outside of 1 through 13. 1 through 13 should be the ones that gonna hit.
Right.
High
percentage. The only thing that's gonna stop them is a rash of injuries.
Yes. That's high percentage value pick. If you miss, especially now, you should not want to be in this position
more than 1 year.
Yeah. Like, this is so when this person comes, this is a change.
In 2 years, you shouldn't be picking top 3 again.
That's what you should be.
Yeah.
The issue is, now that the formula has been set, that you've been able to find your Jokic's, you've been able to find your Draymond Greens, you've been able to find, your guys outside of that top tier into that second round, your value is going to come there.
Right.
The blueprint is set. You need depth. Big threes don't do it. Big money contract guys on the same team don't do it. It's multi-tier leveled guys.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a balance of multi-tier. This is why I think Middleton is the dumbest sucker right now.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to get you after Thursday.
So I'm saying I think you need a guy that I think they had the formula. Let me just say this. I think they had the formula. Drew Holiday, point guard, no need to handle, no need to score, but can score when he needs to.
Right. Well, he'll step up in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
All throughout the play, and he's a lockdown defender.
Right.
Yeah. And low turnovers.
Right. Middleton, great in the mid-range, can stroke from the wing, not an ISO guy. He can, but not really. That's not his forte. He can come off screens. He can come off pick and roll.
But he'll kill you.
Two-game will kill you, right? Two-man game will kill you.
Yeah.
And then you got the freak. I think that balance works.
Yeah.
I think the Phoenix situation is trouble. Just like the Lakers situation's trouble. High handle, high volume control guys, LeBron, Westbrook, and then AD, who is the opposite side of the spectrum. It don't work.
Right.
You needed a guy that's in the middle tier. You see what I'm saying? That's the formula. That's why your team works so well. Denver Nuggets.
Right.
Jokic, do it all, problem for everybody. Jamal, point guard, two-man game, stroke your eyeballs. Not a high-volume handler, but can handle and needs to handle to distribute. But then you found there's a balance in that middle. Sometimes it was
Porter. Sometimes it was Gordon. Then it was Brown. Then it was
you feel me?
They had multiple guys.
That's the formula.
Right. And that's the way it's always been.
That's the way it's always been.
Even
They just switched.
Like the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
LeBron and Wade would flip 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then Bosh was always that guy. But guess what? When they got over the hump, after losing to San Antonio, Bosh took them over the edge. And then when you had the Lakers, you had it. LeBron, AD, and then it would be those middle guys. Even Dwight Howard sometimes.
Yeah.
It was
Caldwell
Pope, who's now with Denver. I always wanted to ask you that because it's so funny to me when you start to hear about these guards that can't shoot. And then your boy from Alabama, if I'm Charlotte, and the history of the Charlotte Hornets or the city of Charlotte with off-the-field issues, right? Ray Caruth, the stuff with Miles, Bobby Phillips, all that stuff, and just I can't take Miller.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because he's immature. And Scoot is really mature, and he has the structure that you need. Now you have to find a way to get rid of Terry Rozier, and then
you're gonna have to.
You got to do it ball.
You're gonna have to.
But Terry Rozier is actually your best player.
Facts,
and it's not even close.
And so my question would be: is LaMelo Ball falling into the big baller brand from his early careers that his brother Lonzo has had to, because he was wearing the big baller brand during his AAU runs and so forth and so on. And, obviously he got out of it because he was like, yo, this is no good, watching his brother, because his injury situations are starting to
he's starting to, I was at the game when he got hurt. It really was just like kind of a, didn't look like a
he's already frail body.
Frail. But the bigger thing for those two, and particularly the younger one, is the way he plays.
Yeah.
Because we'll see the highlights. But if you really watch his game, his assist to turnover ratio,
horrible.
He has there's games I've seen where he has as many turnovers as he does points.
Yeah.
And so when I'm thinking about if I'm Charlotte, right? Okay, I might keep Rozier. I might move him, even though he's still he's an injured asset, but he still has cachet. And if I bring in Scoot, okay, I like that combination right there, because then I can eventually, Rozier will get older, so we can go to that 1, and then you got more things around him. But I know, and then also Brandon Miller and the Ball, I think they've played together on some teams. Therefore, they're going to start playing like Houston does AAU. The East right now is there for the taking. You have to
outside of Cleveland, New York, and Boston,
right? You got to plan accordingly.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly. But you don't know, though.
But you don't know with Philly.
Right. And they got a lot of transition. So,
yeah.
Anyway, that's good first segment with East Trick. After this, we're going to have what everybody loves every Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Kevin Myers is in the building. He's going to bless us with some knowledge and some drinky drink. So this is Jay Foreman, Eastrick, Austin, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I just tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keenan and Tiva brand sandals for hiking, Bulukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes and brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Your home is your empire. Protect Empire. Get a quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Another warm day with mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high approaching 90. South winds at around 10 to 15. Few passing clouds tonight with a low down to 66. We're right back up to around 90 again by tomorrow afternoon and should see at least a chance of rain moving in by tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Oh, there's a little twist cap today.
Not really a pop, more like a crack.
Crack.
Kevin Meyer, Myers Cork and Bottle. How's it going?
Gentlemen, how we doing?
You know how I'm doing. Ooh, pop, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. You know, Stricky get excited when it's Thirsty Thursday,
That's
baby.
what I love about it, man. It's just the level of excitement.
Kevin, do you ever have anybody come in to your store as hyper strict? It's only day.
Look, foot tapping everything. I get that foot tapping. You know what it is.
He's happier than a kid on Christmas, man.
He's one of a kind, and they broke the mold, baby.
Yeah,
that's all there is.
What we got there? We got some baby, some Raz baby.
Yeah. So it's hot, and so in my efforts to remain.
Thanks, Joe. Shout out Jay passing around the table first.
Remain
wrong way,
timely.
Jay.
I'm the gentleman.
We're just going with stuff that would drink really well on a hot day is the theme for today. And this is a brand new beer. Let's try this first.
Raz Baby.
Raz Baby, American blonde ale brewed with raspberry emulsion from Fremont, Nebraska. A
Represent
brewery called 505. So I've never had this before. It's brand new to the store. And
we need to reload.
Thought it'd be good on a hot day.
It tastes good.
It all went down. All right. I got it, Stricky. Drink for me.
Yeah.
Reloading. What happened?
We that's why we got we on TV now, Jay.
Oh, okay. You worried about being seen?
No, I'm just saying.
Drink up there.
I'm a good listener. I'm a good listener of the Boss Man. And they say whenever we don't see, that means reload. We need to reload. You know, the Matrix, baby. It's the Matrix.
They can still hear us on the radio. They just can't see us.
Yeah, you
on
just can't
TV.
see us. Yeah,
Kevin, this tastes like a good beer. I call this a Thursday or Friday night neighborhood beer.
Yeah,
right. Where somebody's firing up a grill, and I don't know about your neighborhood, but you might just walk over. You know, I see Kevin pull up. I might just walk over with this. Hey, man,
got a couple guys sitting in the driveway.
Yeah, and
Citronella candles out, so the mosquitoes ain't tearing you out the frame.
Yeah, I like to sit in the garage and chill, throw a game on or something. You got a game tonight. You know, you got another CWS game.
Yeah, 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah, because LSU got some revenge, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna play like 8 times in Wake Forest.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Hey, but here's the crazy thing about that is they're both in the same hotel. They're both in the Hilton that was right next to Blur, where we're staying. So the rivalry is not only big, but they're actually in the same place.
Oh, you know, I'm prank calling them all day long,
keeping them up all night,
pulling the fire alarm.
Yeah, fire alarm type of stuff. So what we got here?
That raspberry is phenomenal. You can taste a little bit of the raspberry
just
in it,
enough to give it interest, but not enough to make it like super
overwhelm it. And it's out of where? It's a local
Fremont. Yeah, just brand new to the store, and didn't even know the 505 brewery existed until this came in. I went, holy cow, let's try this on the air.
What's 505 mean?
That's a great question.
Is that a highway out there, like a county road or something?
It must be, because it's obviously not an area code, because we got 402 and 308. But so I'm guessing 505 might be a
There's
highway.
no 304s?
There is 304 now, isn't there?
Okay.
In Nebraska?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just a little inside joke.
Oh, I got you.
Inside joke.
No, there's one new area code. What is it?
6-7 something. Isn't it
541?
531.
531. Okay.
According to Austin.
So,
It's our resident area code
expert.
I've got.
So what's this next one we got here, Kevin?
You want to try some rosé?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, is it Rick Rose?
Yeah, it's Rick Ross.
It's Ricky Rosé. No, actually, it's called Del Rio. And
Jack Del Rio. You guys know
right.
who Jack Del Rio is?
Oh, Jack Del Rio used to lay some hack.
Mm-hmm.
He would lay some wood to you.
Yeah.
You go up in there at your own risk.
He was a pretty good coach too.
You think so?
Down anybody that can take Jacksonville to the playoffs is a good coach.
Wow.
And he did it multiple times.
That's well said. Okay.
Jack him up.
That was when he had the left-handed quarterback. What was his name?
Mark. Oh no, that was Tom Coughlin, but he had David
Gerard.
Yeah.
Oh, Gerard.
And they had Fred Taylor and all those runs. Trust
Yeah.
me, I've seen him up close and personal.
Okay.
All right, tell us about this rosé, Kevin.
All right. So this is called Del Rio. It's a brand new rosé to the store. It's a Grenache rosé out of Oregon. And how they make rosé is that they make it from red wine grapes, except they allow limited what, Austin?
Are you gonna say maceration?
That's right, maceration. Yes. So
that means hold on.
Yeah.
That means the connection of the skin.
Yes.
To I listen to
Tricky. On it.
the connection. They remove the skin and don't let it connect for long periods of time.
So when they crush the grapes, the skins are just allowed a little bit of contact, enough to turn it pink, but not really enough to turn it red. Now, when they make red wine, those skins stay in contact for extended maceration, and that also infuses what's called tannin, which basically is the wine structure, and it also is what makes a wine ageable. But rosés are really nice in the summertime because it is kind of a hybrid of red and white, and they're generally pretty light. They have some sort of strawberry essence to them, but these are dry rosé, and so a lot of times when you think of pink wine, you think it's going to be sweeter, like white Zinfandel. This is a dry rosé. Most of the rosé,
it's got a little pop to it.
These come in probably around 13 and a half.
So this ain't like
alcohol.
Boone's Farm.
No. The Boone's Farm, that's going to be like alcoholic sugar or alcoholic Kool-Aid, basically. Yeah.
And so I just want people to understand that just because you see it like this and think it's sweet, it ain't Boone's Farm.
That's right.
Yeah, this is good, man.
Yeah, actually good.
I like this.
Yeah,
Kevin,
I'm surprised at the dryness.
I always ask you, Kevin, what meal would you have this with?
You know, this is something that's kind of versatile. So I could just sit around with just some, basic fruit and cheese. But I tell you, back when I used to do the show with Adrian Fiala, when he was still alive and this station was brand new, he loved prime rib from Misty's. That was just and Lamar's Donuts.
Yeah.
And he always said, I'm gonna bring some prime rib in when we do the show. One day he did, and I just happened, ironically, to bring a rosé,
right?
And it worked. And it
hit with a good prime rib.
Oh yeah, it when you have a good pairing, it elevates both ends of it. So the food brings the wine up a level, the wine brings the food up a level. And I was surprised because that isn't like what a textbook pairing would be, but you could do anything off the grill with a nice light, dry rosé, and I think it would go just fine.
Like a good hot dog.
Good hot dog, a burger. I mean, ribs, barbecue. We did pulled pork for Father's Day. Anything like that, I think would go really well because it has that little bit of fruitiness to it, and I think it would offset something a little bit spicy, a little bit peppery, pretty nicely.
And how much does a bottle of that go for?
These are $20.
Man, that's a good price too.
Yeah,
that's really good.
It's actually pretty good.
That's really good.
And the cool thing is that you don't see a lot of domestic Grenache. We just don't grow a lot of it in the United States. They do a lot with it in Spain and in France, but you just don't see a ton in the U.S. And so this is kind of different because normally when you see a wine, whether it be a red or a rosé out of Oregon, it's going to be made of Pinot Noir because that's their flagship grape. But this is Grenache, so I thought that might provide a little bit of different fodder to talk about on the air.
Why don't you see it a lot here? Just not a grape that grows as well?
That's a great question. I think it's one of those things where the wineries, it takes a long time before you get an ROI or return of investment on a vineyard. And so by the time you plant, minimum your grapes for whites have to be 5 years old before your vines, before they're producing wine quality fruit. Reds, maybe like even longer than that. So
wow,
if you're making that investment of all the land and all the equipment and all planting the vineyard and whatnot, you're probably going to go with what's more popular, quicker return, and not necessarily try to stand out too much, because if it fails, you fail. And so
you can't. You're saying this isn't just something you put all your chips into. This is the long game.
This is the long game.
Yeah.
And some people, have the cojones to stand out and to be different and to, zig when other people zag. Other people, it puts them out of business. But I really like a nice Grenache, super versatile reds, and just not something you see out of the U.S. very often.
What do you do with those grapes those first years then while you're waiting? Do you try to make wine anyways? You just know it's not going to be good. You give them away. What do you do with them?
Well, they'll prune them and just, throw them on the ground. Sometimes they'll try to make
on the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you cash
simultaneous, right? Yeah, you guys are simultaneous in that.
Well, you can't really do much with them in terms of winemaking. So,
not even gonna try.
It creates a good compost, and but other places, you can make vodka from grapes, and so that it might not be great for wine quality, but for like doing like a basic spirits or something like that. Brandy is made from grapes as well. Cognacs are made from grapes. So you could play around with stuff like that if you wanted to. But for the most part, it's just you got to know that you're not going to get much production those first 4 or 5 years.
That's interesting. And back to the raspberry from Fremont, 505 Brewery. How much does a 6-pack go for?
Those are about $10.
That's not bad.
$6.
That's pretty good.
We have
those are
them,
two
singled
quality
out as well.
hot Thursday choices right there.
It's summertime, baby, and so we gotta beat the heat. And
Jay's plays.
Those two make it.
Yeah,
those two make it, especially the rosé. That's really good. I was really surprised when you brought it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be real sweet, man. That thing, it was not even.
It was smooth too, though.
Real smooth, real good quality. Tastes good or tastes great, and it really wasn't that sweet.
Very easy to drink too.
Yeah.
It's just kind of. It's not necessarily a wine that you just sip on. You can actually drink a glass of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff, fellas.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Always, Kevin. We appreciate you coming in. We look forward to it. Now the band's back. Now we're going to get on it, and we're going to miss you next week, but we appreciate you this week. We appreciate you every day. That's Thirsty Thursdays with Jay Foreman, Strick, Kevin Meyer, and Austin. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Another warm day with mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high approaching 90. South winds at around 10 to 15. Be passing clouds tonight with a low down to 66. We're right back up to around 90 again by tomorrow afternoon and should see at least a chance of rain moving in by tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit, and you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour, an opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
I feel like sometimes when we have Hall of Fames, and this is no disrespect to Frank or Gary Pinkel, who got in last year, the longtime Missouri coach. Shouldn't there be a different Hall of Fame for like Gary Pinkel and Frank Solich
Like
and
the Hall of
Tom Osborne
the
and Bob,
Hall of
you know,
really,
Bobby
really,
Bowden?
really, really
Yeah,
good.
right. But what, like you said, the distinction usually is first ballot, you know,
Yep.
or unanimous or whatever. So that's usually kind of the distinction that you can make there.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I figured something out.
Whew.
What up?
Brother.
We are back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. Short segment here before we get to the top of the hour. Got some big UFC news coming. Then we're going to hand it over to CWS pregame. So a little bit of short today. DP. Well, we got a text in here from Jose Farfan talking about how many commits we have in this weekend. Come one, come all. We just had a commitment today from a defensive back from Omaha North. It's a big. It's kind of like an open weekend DP from AAU times for 7-on-7. They got a big 7-on-7 kind of showcase up in Omaha where I'm sure the coaches are keeping their eyes and ears open to who's doing well. Got a commitment out of the Omaha North defensive back just this afternoon. Also on the flip side, basketball-wise, you got some local talent getting a lot of offers. But I really want to talk to you, DP, about the big news involving Chris Paul real shortly. Obviously, he's, from Phoenix. He went from, about a week ago, he went from being waived, which would probably have been, great for him because he would have went and got, paid and obviously playing. But then Phoenix traded him to the Washington Wizards into Bradley Beal, but then Wizards turned around and sent him to Golden State. The biggest thing I think about that, because I think with his contract, he's obviously an all-star kind of a contract dump. And then obviously if you need a veteran point guard to possibly, make a playoff run, he's definitely going to be a candidate for that. The biggest thing is that Jordan Poole, we had talked about this even all the way back in a year ago or when the season started from the punch and talking about he needed or probably would likely be gone, even though he just signed a huge contract extension. I think, though, to be honest with you, DP, when you look at it, right, with Jordan Poole and Tyus Jones, just in the short term, with I still want to call them the Bullets, but we'll call them the Wizards. I still the Wizards aren't my favorite team, but I still obviously cheer for them. I actually think they're making some decent moves. Okay. And the reason why I think the Porzingis trade, they got fleeced. But I think to come back and turn around, they're probably going to lose Kuzma, or if not, they bring back Kuzma and they pay him a lot more, which he earned last year. I think the three-headed monster of Kuzma, Jones, and Poole is something that they could be okay with, and a draft pick, considering that they lost Bradley Beal and Porzingis. I think they're actually making some somewhat logical moves for a DMV franchise. Because just 24 hours ago, it looked like a fire sale, and they actually probably were asking if Jay Foreman and DP had any more run left.
Yep.
But now they actually have a true point guard, a scoring guard that's looking for an opportunity to cement himself as a legitimate player worthy of his contract. And by all signs, this allows them to give Kuzma a bigger contract than his player option. So, and he earned it last year, which normally a lot of the players in the franchise haven't done. And they traded Porzingis with a little bit of, okay, you made it through a whole year. We don't trust that your body will hold up to Boston. What do you think about that?
I want to root for DC to do well. They'll have a fistful of draft picks to work from.
To continue to, hey, look, the draft is 2 hours away. They still got time to take some calls.
Yeah. They are. The phone's busy.
Oh, yeah.
Phone's busy.
They got two phones. They like this.
Yeah. It's the thing. I'm going to say this blanket for the NBA draft and over the next month, because it goes beyond tonight's draft. It goes.
This is just the start.
This is just the start. So I'm going to be the old dude on the front porch saying, let me just wait until after
I can understand
the NBA Summer League.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this then. If we both are DMV born and raised, so I just want to ask you, because you're more attached to the DMV franchises than I am. Okay. And you can go up and down. You're not quite Tom Stevens when it comes to Husker losses.
Right.
But I can always tell when the Commanders make a bad decision, right? So out of the Commanders, the Nationals, and the Wizards, right? You see, did you hear that? That reminded me of
what about the Caps?
The Caps, they have Ovi, so and they've recently won a championship. So I would look at him crazy if he goes at him too hard, right? They got to ride that out a little bit. Out of those three, would it be safe for me to say that you feel probably the most comfortable with the Wizards right now? Today? Just where they're at right now.
Caps, Wizards.
Well, no, the Caps aren't in it. The Caps they've won a championship recently. I'm saying the Wizards, Commanders, Nationals. You trying to get away from the Nationals that they gave away 4 Hall of Fame players. But I want you to say, out of those three,
terrible.
Out of those three, who do you feel most comfortable and confident with?
They hurt less.
The Wizards.
The Wizards hurt less.
Well, do the Wizards, because it's recent and they kind of rebounded, they had the ultimate trick-off session where you got rid of Bradley Beal and Porzingis, right? And then you didn't even have like a handshake deal with Kuzma, and he opted out of only $13 million, where you probably could have signed him in the regular season, so you didn't have to deal with this, because it's not like Bradley Beal potentially leaving like caught you by surprise, or Porzingis, but to make the rebound, like I said,
I don't know.
You got to give him some credit.
If I thought they were going to keep Kuzma, but I don't.
But that's where it all points toward.
It points to. But if you're Kuzma, why would you?
Listen to this though before we go to break, and we obviously be real short. Here's why Kuzma should. Kuzma and his antics only works in a franchise like the Wizards, because they accept him for
which is why my ulcer acts up.
No, but also they've allowed it, but then they've also held him accountable to ultimately play better, and he's had success. And we essentially will overpay you to keep you. That's why. He's a 1-year rental, and you're going to put up with the nonsense, and you're going to end up trying to find your replacement in tonight's draft anyway. Like, so if you're going to do that, just look. Let me. What do you say in House Party? A beat down's a beat down. Let me go ahead and take it now. Go ahead and let that dude go. Would you rather have a known borderline potential all-star with an expanded role that has shown maturity? Give him the credit. He's shown maturity from his work ethic and playing. Right now, I think it's the Bradley Beal effect.
Yeah.
But give him credit for it, though.
I'll give him credit.
Now, I won't overpay for it, but I'm gonna actually. I'm not gonna. I'm underpaying you if it's $13 million. Well, anyways, we're gonna go to break. Coming at the top of break,
some UFC talk.
UFC talk.
Let me chill my brain.
DP's kinfolk will be in here talking about a couple fights and stuff like that. So this is Old School. Jay Foreman, DP in Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock, or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V
is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Koppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at KoppelCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dukes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes and brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Aloe is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Aloe has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Aloe as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Aloe communities.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit, and you can check out us before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour, an opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. Our virtual tours learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15. 10, 5. He'll score.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There it is. It's the Old School crew, the OG way. Jay Foreman, Derek Pearson, Austin on the ones and twos, making it sound good and look good. This is Old School, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located at 84th and Havelock. Every type of meat, every type of cut. It is Thursday. It is 90-something degrees outside. It is hot. It's training camp hot out there. It is humid. It's sticky. We just had Thirsty Thursday. We appreciate Kevin coming in because he's always bringing a lot of wealth and knowledge. And also Kevin is a great guy to have around. We are waiting a call in. We have Kyle Nelson coming in. I will tell you this. Kyle's going to come on. Usually being 5'11", about what is that? I'm always measuring him up. 145.
Yeah, his Friday morning 9 o'clock weight versus walk around weight.
Okay, 5'11", 145. Listen there, I wouldn't bat an eye. You take 5'11", 145 running up on me
until you know.
At the last fight, and Kyle, I hope he's on there. I said, okay, I'd have to think twice about it. Hit his theme music.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Kyle Nelson.
Let's bring him in. Kyle the Monster Nelson. Kyle, thank you for making time. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks a lot for having me on.
It's always a joy. I have to ask the thing that kind of stirs me the most. Tell me, what is it like to have Buffer introduce you?
Yeah, it's it's definitely pretty cool. He's one of the best kind of hype men, ring announcers in the game. So yeah, it definitely gets you fired up.
We had an entire bar in Lincoln, Nebraska, cheering you on. We got carried away. And here's the thing: if I didn't tell them where you were from, they would say he's Midwestern tough. He's Nebraska tough. What does that say? Is that kind of your thing? You're just a tough grinder.
Yeah, definitely. People kind of refer to me as a kind of like a country guy, country boy. So yeah, I definitely think that that fits me well.
Austin, if you would, I have to give him a shout. I have to give Kyle a shout out. He did a thing, again, always a cool dude, but Kyle did the super cool thing in the ring. Austin, if you will.
What a phenomenal performance against an undefeated guy. You knew you had to be on your game tonight. Was this what you expected from Blake Builder? And did you think the fight would play out as it did?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first huge shout out to my corpsman. We got my fiance. Let's get a hand for my fiance for putting up with me, eh?
Kyle, good job, man. Hey, Kyle, you have got brownie points to the utmost right there. You got those things banked up for at least a couple years, right?
Well, Claudia's right here, so you tell her for me.
Hey, listen. For my man right there to be in a battle like that and dominate, then to get the first thing, give you props. He definitely has at least to 2024, June 22nd, a year's worth of brownie points of for him, man. Kyle, I wanted to ask you this, man. And you look at two things. One, it was a dominating performance, right? And what's the mindset going into it? Obviously doing it, and then afterwards, what is it? Elation. I knew you were going to do it, but once you go do it on a big stage like that, just talk about that feeling, because it's when you conquer somebody in this sport, I think it's really, really fulfilling. But I wanted to ask you about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for this training camp, we had a great game plan going in. And so, the whole fight, I was basically just, battling with myself, like stick to the game plan. My opponent, he wanted to try and get a little flashy and try and coax me into a bit of a war in the middle of the ring and stand and trade. And it took everything in me to not go in there and just stand toe to toe and swing for the fences. So I think, the fact that I was able to kind of, stay calm and stick to the game plan, I think that's going to be what's going to help me kind of climb the ranks in the UFC.
Kyle, what's next? I know that business takes over. You get opportunities and offers. How quickly after your win is the phone ringing for your next opportunity? I know you were on social media saying, who do the fans want to see you fight, but who do you have your eyes on?
So I put out that little post asking who the fans wanted to see me fight, and a lot of people came back, mentioned a guy named TJ Brown, and he actually commented on the post as well. So I talked to him in my in my comment section, and I said, hey, let's do September 2nd in Paris, and he said he's down. So I made another post and I tagged Dana White and Sean Shelby and all them. And
I love it.
So we're just waiting to hear back and see if we can get on that September 2nd card in Paris.
I was bummed. Because so usually when I'm working the events, I'll sprint back from the octagon into the media room for the winners one, I get to I usually record the winners walkout and then be in there for their interview, and it is it's on my bucket list. I have to be there after Kyle's next win.
Right.
So that I'm in the media room. First of all, you brought Claudia into the room. She did the walkout with him. Now, real talk. I know Claudia is a fighter. She comes from a fighter's family. Her mom, total badass. Dad was actually my roommate. So I know what she's made of. But she's also fighting too. Give me the lowdown on her. Like she's in her BJJ game. Describe her as a scout for me, Claudia, as a fighter.
Yeah, I mean, she's always been athletic. So she, whether it was competing in basketball or other sports when she was younger, and then, even weightlifting, and, she's always hitting the gym. So all that stuff transferred over really well to jiu-jitsu. There's not, I don't think there's any women out there competing in BJJ now that can compete with her kind of strength for strength. So she's definitely got them all beaten that. And now that, she's been trained with me at the gym for over a year now, she's getting all the techniques down and stuff like that. So yeah, she's been, winning jiu-jitsu tournaments and definitely taking over the whole BJJ scene.
Kyle, when you look back at this last fight, two things that stands out to me, and I want to ask your opinion because obviously you're the expert and obviously you kick butt, is one is your reach, right? I think that was your advantage. But then usually the reach, in my opinion, from the few scraps that I got in, you go into the head. But I think where you really dominated was to the body, like an old Rocky, kill him in the body. Was that part of your game plan as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew that Blake, he likes to move, he likes to circle a lot and stay busy moving around. So I knew if we could kind of attack the legs and the body, we could slow him down with that. And, it definitely, we could see it paying off into the second round where he was starting to slow down and I was kind of able to keep the same pace. I mean, the first round, he was really fast and he was moving and as I started to pick apart that body, you saw him slow down a lot.
When you
the body rock,
right? Hey, look, he was right. And Kyle's right. And Builder was really trying to dance it up and trying to make it, a little bit more fluid.
Yeah.
And Kyle said, no, we're going to grind. We'll figure out a way. For you, can you walk us through a big part of me following closely the fight game is the weight management and the diet and the cardio. You've told us before, but for today, can you go through it again? What's your walk around weight, and then what weight are you fighting at, and how do you get there?
Yeah, so like most of my UFC career, I walked around at 185 pounds, and then I would do the weight cut down to 145. But thankfully, thanks to Claudia, my fiance, these last couple of years, we've brought my walk around weight down a bit. So now we're a little bit lighter, 170, 175, which makes the weight cut easier, which I think is, kind of helping my cardio improve through the fights.
He just said,
I'm going to lose 40 pounds. You need it. Whatever you do, you need to bottle it up. Start getting on the internet and sell it, man. I mean, I was amazed that you talk about I thought your walk around weight, I'm thinking like 155, right? I mean, you look great, and one thing I will say, Kyle, and correct me if I'm wrong, you at 145, you didn't look like dried out. You know what I'm saying? I felt that you looked like normal. So that's why I'm thinking like your walk around weight would be 155. The fact that you were at least 175, 185 is more amazing, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. There's a science behind it, and I think we've got it dialed in now. Where I'm not killing myself in the sauna, the day before. We've got it right to a manageable amount of weight, so I'm still able to go in, do my weigh in, do all the media and stuff like that, and I'm not looking like a zombie.
We're talking to Kyle the Monster Nelson, UFC, again, victorious in Vancouver. Tell me about that. We'll get back to the weight thing because there's still some questions. But tell me about winning in Canada, a pro Canada crowd, and all the Canada fighters. That may have been the biggest night of UFC fighting for Canadian fighters as a whole. Am I wrong in that thinking?
No, that's definitely. I mean, and with the UFC not having been in Canada for like 3 or 4 years, it definitely added to the excitement. The crowd, came from all over Canada, and everybody's really amped up. And then to have all the Canadians go on and every single Canadian won, definitely, built the excitement in the crowd.
Kyle, who are some of the folks that you train with? And so, because I know there are a ton of fighters, Canadian fighters, some that made the card that you train with and are friends with, and you're around on a regular basis.
Yeah, so we have Mike Malott. I trained with him. He was just before the co-main event. Diana Belbitsa, so she's a Romanian Canadian now. Jazz Divisius, another one of the women fighters that fought on the same card. So I train with all those guys, and that really helped too with the fight because all of us were in a training camp. So usually it's just one of us is training, so it's the environment in the gym is a little bit different when you got 3 or 4 people getting ready to fight.
Kyle, I wanted to ask you. So you just win your fight, and I always interested with boxing, but UFC is kind of the same. Do you take a lot of time off, or do you kind of stay in the gym a couple times a week to stay sharp, or do you kind of decompress and wait for your next opportunity so you don't wear yourself out and kind of just be able to reset and focus on your next fight?
No, I'm definitely right back into training. The first week back, we kept it fairly light just with cardio and stuff like that. But again, for a guy like me to make it down to 145, I got to stay busy with my cardio and all that stuff. I can't take too much time off because, the muscle just start adding back on and then the weight cut gets real difficult again. So we're right back to training. And, as far as fighting again, I'm trying to get one lined up as soon as possible. The last fight went well. There's no injuries or anything. So I want to try and get back going as soon as possible.
That's remarkable. The biggest thing, and when we talk UFC, I explain to people that you get the winners in the media room after fights. You get the winners, and then maybe the loser if it's a main event or a co-main event. But the percentage here, if you're talking about 15 fighters, I would say that 9 of them walk in on crutches or in wheelchairs
after the fight.
After the fight, the winners struggle. This is a grind. What's the post-fight for you, Kyle? Is there blood testing? Are you rehydrating? Are you trying to get nutrition back in your system? What's the post-fight when you just leave the octagon? What's that like for you?
Yeah, we still want to kind of keep refueling and stuff. The weight cut being just the day before, we're still a little bit depleted, and then having, fought 15 minutes, definitely pretty worn out. So we're still, getting some protein and stuff like that and then refueling. But, with my style, I've got pretty good defense. So even though I got great offense, my defense, I'm able to avoid taking a lot of shots. So, you're always going to be a little bumps and bruises. It's hard to punch someone in the head and, have your hand not be a little bit sore, or kick someone in the head and then your foot's going to be sore no matter what. So little bumps and bruises like that will ice a bit. But, I think just with my defense and my athleticism and stuff, I'm able to avoid a lot of the, kind of injuries that other fighters run into.
Kyle, I wanted to ask you, man. I played football, so, as I got closer to the game on Sunday, I became more irritable and angry. You know what I mean? And, and I had to start going to a place mentally that I normally don't on a, walking around day in the off season. I always want to ask you guys, because you guys are going into it's mono a mono. There is no teammate there hyping you. You do have a team, but when you're in that octagon, all eyes are on you. How long or how far out from a fight do you start to kind of morph into your personality in the ring?
I like to save it for the walkout. When I was younger and just getting into the sport and stuff, I think it would like the anxiousness and the nerves would kind of take over early. But then, your body's kind of running in that kind of fight or flight for a long period of time. And that'll give you a bit of an adrenaline dump and kind of wear your system out. So I like to stay as calm as possible until I'm basically in the octagon. And that way I can turn it on and I can, stay focused, stay in the zone for the duration of the fight.
It's probably because of Claudia. Because if he went crazy, if he got monster early, then he'd have 2 fights.
She might put you in and put him in. Hey, that's why I wanted to ask you, Kyle, because Claudia, she's a fighter, and obviously you are. Do you ever like lean on her for, hey, what do you think about this, or what do you think about this fighter coming up, or what do you think about adding this? to your repertoire? Do you run some stuff by her as well?
Yeah, like definitely, especially with like nutrition, my cardio, if I'm going to be doing any strength and conditioning, I run all that stuff by her. But, we train jujitsu, a few times a week. So we're always going over different, submissions or submission defenses and takedowns and stuff like that. So she's basically become one of my main training partners.
Is that a plus for you, having somebody that understands the fight game and understands what you're going through, and so you don't have to explain, listen, I'm feeling a little weak, I'm a little down, I'm not eating, can you make sure I'm doing the right thing? She's as much a part of this as you are.
Yeah, 100%. And she probably even realizes that stuff before I do. I may be even getting in a little bit of a mood before I realize, and she'll feed me something and sort it out before I even know what's going on.
That's the best. Let's go through that before we let you get out of here, Kyle. Let's go through. You talked about nutrition and the cut. So let's say you're at 170 and you've got to get down to weight. Give our listeners something, and they're asking on our text line, on our listener text line, about the diet and how you're cutting this weight. But you're doing it through good nutrition rather than cutting. So let's make Claudia a star. Let's give out the Kyle Nelson and Claudia nourishment plan, nutrition plan for how you're cutting weight the right way.
Yeah, so as far as losing the weight, it really comes down to calories in versus calories out, which is something I've kind of always done. But now since, Claudia's been a part of the camp, now we're playing with the macros. So macros just mean whether you're eating all your calories in protein or carbs. And then with stuff like carbs and that, when you eat it, depending on when you're going to train, helps a lot. Like you could eat all your calories in the morning and then be dead by night. But the way we kind of structure our, when I'm going to eat my calories versus when I'm going to eat my carbs versus when I'm going to eat my protein is all structured around the training. That way I get the best training possible and I'm able to get through the day without feeling super hungry. But as far as how many calories I eat, that all depends on, how much I weigh and how much time we have before the fight. But then, again, and usually in the beginning of the training camp, I burn through the fat. So I'll lose most of my body weight in fat. And then as we get closer to the fight, just because I carry, kind of a little too much muscle for 145, then we'll start to pull stuff like protein and stuff like that to lose a little bit of muscle, get a little bit catabolic and burn through some of that stuff so I can make the 145-pound limit.
It is spectacular, all of it. The science behind it and the evolution of the sport is fun. You're a perfect case study for how you're doing it right. And shout out to both of you for doing what you do and finding some mastery in it and sharing it. So if we have listeners who are out there who are curious about you both, because I would tell you that they should follow both Kyle Nelson and Claudia. And I know I'll ask the question, I'll get in trouble. She's using Turner Nelson as well, right, on social media. So I'm not wrong, and I don't want Donald and Mary calling me later on talking about, wait a minute, you know something I don't know. Let them know how to find you on social media.
Yeah, so they can get me on Instagram at the Monster705_UFC.
I think I'm C-Turn11, but I might be wrong about that.
I'll share them both. But to make sure that folks can reach you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Listen, I'm proud of you both for who you're becoming, who you are and who you're becoming. Looking forward to it. I expect a text or a phone call when you know the next fight. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask you to call in as soon as you know so we can have some breaking news here on the ticket. Kyle, Claudia, love you both. Kyle, here's the thing. Claudia, we'll talk about it. A monthly Kyle Nelson show needs to happen. So I need to figure out what we need to do to get that done.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think your fight breakdowns would be great as well. So listen, take care of yourself. Proud of you both. And again, well done to you both.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us on again.
We'll do it again real soon. That's Kyle Nelson, UFC. Look, good dude, great family. I'm proud of them both. And again, it gives you another reason to yell. We'll toward the break, come back and get us all set up for the College World Series.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit, and you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour, an opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit-SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952, Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Old School with DP and J.
I'll go back to the late great Wes Unseld, who always made these discussions based on meat. He would always
because I was a big brother and
right,
he looked like
right,
he liked to eat.
Right, he
Yeah.
based it on meat. He would say, well, "Listen, there's a couple of the top choice prime plays. There just aren't that many. If you get a chance to eat prime, you eat prime. There are folks that would rather have New York, and then there are folks that, quite frankly, are good with hamburgers and hot dogs."
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. We got about 1 minute and 39 seconds. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. Before we turn it over to the pregame show. We talked about it in the break. DP, I got Brandon Miller going number 2. I think he fits probably what Charlotte needs. If I was picking, I would probably pick Scoot, but I think right now needing a 3 or 4 that can shoot and spread you out, shot maker, he fits it. I definitely would do the Jerry Jones things and have him a full-time liaison, considering the issue that he has down there in Tuscaloosa. What do you think?
Yeah, you need a keeper.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're living with Terry Rozier if he accepts you in. If not, then out of your paycheck, we're getting you a keeper.
Oh, bro, I'm not real sure. And then somebody asked me earlier, who's number 4? I have no idea.
Well, they got the was it the twins, the Thompson twins or whatever. I'm not sold on anybody besides Wemby. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, guys all the way down there. You got a guy from Santa Clara that's projected to go. You got another Alabama, Noah Clowney, Nick Smith from Arkansas. Arkansas has 2 guys drafted. They couldn't get out of Sweet 16. Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been he was too good for too long at UCLA. I think I like his game. I like Chris Murray from Iowa, even though he's from Iowa. I think he'll do well. I think Derek Walker, I'm not sure if he'll get drafted, but I think that him and Sam Grusa will make NBA teams.
Yeah.
I think once they get in the NBA Summer Leagues, they're going to really do some damage. And who I'm really interested to see where I think is Amani Bates goes. I mean, because I remember Kendrick Perkins talking about him when he was in 7th, 8th grade, all the way through high school, went to Memphis, tricked it off, went up to Eastern Michigan, done well. He fits an NBA game, but he is a volume bouncer of the basketball to get a shot off.
Dribble.
He is a taller version of Jordan Poole, but I think he's a unique, and he's a good kid. I think he's a unique prospect that's worth taking a flyer on.
10 seconds. Zion gone tonight?
If I'm Zion's agent, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, give it up. Penn State's going to have 2 guys drafted, probably the ugliest brand of basketball in the Big Ten.
Man.
2 guys that were overly productive, both of them over 23 years old. You can win with older players. DP, J. Foreman, Austin, we are out.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.